You've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition? Bone face.
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself.
Would you rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, with the PS5 though, like it just.
I know.
Ah, damn, y'all beautiful though, but.
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh,
bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, but I need a PS5.
Oh, God.
My nigga.
Y'all, so this dude came in my DM yesterday. He was like, "You're pretty, I'm trying to get to know you." He literally sent me $1,000 just to get to know me. And y'all literally sit here and think I'm gonna get to know y'all for free when somebody just paid me $1K for him to get to know me? Be so for real.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not. No.
You would not feel comfortable, and I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts, in your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I got a question for you. Do you have car insurance?
100%. No reason.
All right. Do you have homeowners insurance?
100%.
Do you have life insurance?
100%.
Do you have medical insurance?
100%.
Did you get tired of your insurance agent talking about the possibilities of you losing your life and being rewarded? Hold on for a second. I know, but don't be a butt person. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. You have insurances. Although it's a very uncomfortable situation, and life insurance people who sell it tend to be scumbags. They tend to be looked at as scumbags, like, I don't want to have this conversation about me dying, but you surely will die. So you better have the conversation. The reality is, yes, it's a very tough conversation. I have to spend a lot of time talking about it. It's very difficult. However, there needs to be some insurance, and there's no insurance, and so we must talk about it.
He ain't lying.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, "Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you." She said, "Okay, I think I can take it." So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. I ain't gonna front, y'all. I wasn't really ready, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Ninja was in his wife beater and shit, you know what I'm saying? Trying to roll up. But it's all good, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about what it is. Now, I gotta go and give a shout out to everyone in the chat. Monk Dan says Jam City crew in the building. Yes, sir. You already know, boy.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and rammed.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Yeah. Shout out. And I appreciate you, Monk Dan. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Monk Dan came through with a $20 super chat. Said Tory Lanez attacker the victim? What? So with that being said, Monk Dan basically is like,
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Right. He claims he's a victim, dude. And when I read this shit, that shit is so damn funny. To the point that, like, you almost gotta have to wonder if, like, he's on a payroll of Rock Nation, bro. Because why is it that all of a sudden when he has a possibility to get exonerated, he then gets that Shawshank Redemption, bro? That's really, 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 really fucked up, bro.
You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
Now, let's see here. So then we have a man supporting man. He coming through. Matter of fact, let's see here. Oh, there we go. That's much better now. Oh, okay. Now I can see the comments better. Okay, good. A man supporting man says, salute to Kelly West and everyone in the chat. He says, what up, a man supporting man? That's what Monk Dan says. And then Monk Dan says, slow and easy, LOL. Facts. Now, we know Coach Greg Adams comes on in about 5 minutes. So I ain't going to keep y'all for too long. But, of course, I got to pay a few bills. So, I'll be tuning into the free agent lifestyle with everybody else in a minute. You feel me? I want to talk about Travis Hunter, too. You feel me? But for now, we're going to talk about this Tory Lanez situation because I really want Megan Thee Stallion to really be canceled, bro. Like, we really need to cancel that bitch for real, bro. Yo, hashtag cancel Megan. Now, Monk Dan says jammed it in her like Jam City. He said, we've seen that. He says, taco meat on the chest, laughing out loud, pause. Ha, ha, ha. Well, hey, hey, I'm a man. I'm a real man. Hey, these ladies like that taco meat. You dig? I ain't gonna lie. There've been a couple times that I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just be my wife beater and shit. But I'm like, nah, that's a little too lazy, G. Now, 17 and 0 says Jan the Rams. You already know. Damn, y'all boys in the building. Y'all ready to talk that shit. Okay. So since y'all ready to talk that shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm ready to talk that shit. You feel me? So shit, let's get it. Let's see here. I ain't gonna lie. I'm supposed to be working right now. But, you feel me? Shit. But, I had to come on and, give y'all some love for this Memorial Day. You dig? That's the main reason why I came on. I gotta be consistent. 17th and 0 says, yeah, Rock Nation is paying that guy. Must be paying this guy. Because listen to the story. This shit is like really insane, dude. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. So check it. So it says Tory Lanez suspected, and I'll show y'all the article just so y'all know. I like to cite, where I get stuff from. And this is from TMZ. Now, I could have just read you out of AI, but, you know. Hey, it says, look, Tory Lanez suspect stabber Tory Lanez wanted him killed prior to stabbing. Bruh. You already know what I'm going to say. Or you already know what I'm thinking, bruh. You already know what I'm thinking. Soundbite. Oh no, see what had happened was your 187 was fruitless. So now you want to go and now all of a sudden now you want to find reasons to try to make sure you don't, because guess what? See, the thing is, when you do a hit, you don't get paid if the hit is unsuccessful, okay? So for all your efforts, he gets nothing. And basically, he's not going to get out of jail. His family's not going to get the money. So now, all of a sudden, now he want to be the victim now. Santonio Casio. Okay, look. And he's talking about it. Check this out.
That day that you stabbed him allegedly.
Okay. That day? Nothing was took place that day. Everything led up to that day, but that day I just came out in the morning to tell him, you know, good morning. And I told him what's up. Give him a little fist bump, ask him if everything is good. We had a little situation the night before and the day before.
So what was the situation the night before and the day before?
So I heard some rumors that he was trying to put money on my head. He felt uncomfortable living next to him. Said I was a threat. So I confronted him. And then I found out the same thing. He tried to put money on my head, so he said I put money on his head. We had a little discussion or whatever. So the next morning, that night, he said some shit. Okay. So the next morning, I came out to see if everything was good. Fist bump, talked to him. He said, yeah. So I was going back into my cell. And when I looked back, instead of going to jail, he was walking towards my door. He stood in front of my cell, looked at his boys, made his little smirk. And when he showed me what he had and something in his pocket, I just rushed him.
What did he have in his pocket?
I just rushed him. When he showed me, it looked to me like I believed it could be a weapon at the time. So I rushed him, and I just snatched him. I just took advantage of him. He was weak. I just threw him all over, and I just kept slamming him and stabbing him. And
were you trying to kill him?
No, not at all. But I thought like it was a weapon. I thought threatening. And when I felt like a sting in my leg, I felt like, oh, he stabbed me. So I moved back, and I kept stabbing more. And I seen that he threw something. So I was like, what the is that? So I just kept going. After he was yelling, help, screaming, please help me. I just picked him up in that fake position and said, I'm like, look at me. And then I just let him go. Like, I was just saying, like, man, you trying to kill me?
What were you guys like? I know, but why would he pick you out of all people to want to put money on your head? What was the beef exactly about?
It was really no beef. He just talked a lot. And I had confronted him a while back about always saying certain around me. Like, I'll take a fade, I'll knife up, I'll put a in his place. And to me, I feel like the second, third time hearing that in a conversation, I was like, man, what you trying to say? So I approached him and told him, like, what's up? Like, just go, I'll come into your cell, we'll do whatever. Like, let's play this game then. Because I felt like he was kind of antagonizing me, like testing me, like if someone was afraid or something. We were cool in the beginning. We were cool for like a year. We chilled, kicked it together, everything. It just,
they're not on that type of prison yard, Rochelle.
Okay.
No. They got like little fractions, but she was more like he was different. He started kicking it with certain people, you know. And when we started being mad, that's kind of when we had our little misunderstandings and we stopped talking as much. But we were neighbors for a while. I've been knowing him for about 2 years already.
Okay. And during the situation when you and him grew a friendship?
Yeah, we were cool. We chilled, we ate, we drank, we partied, kicked it. Yeah, we were good.
How much did the guy tell you that he paid to have you killed to get off the yard?
Oh, he said double whatever I was offering, but I never made that offer. That's what I didn't understand. He said that someone told him I offered people money to get rid of him. So he said he would give that person double and some dope and stuff. So.
Man, yo. I don't believe not one word he fucking said. Because technically in jail, I don't know that many felons, but I know enough to know that if you feel that, you and somebody's going to get into it, you could always go to a correctional officer. You can always go to the warden or somebody in the program and tell them to separate you from that person if you kind of know that something's going to happen. So he didn't have to go say, oh, this dude's going to put a body on me. Damn, the focus. He didn't have to necessarily go and tell the law that, oh, he got a bounty on my head and all that shit. But what he could have done was he could have asked to be transferred to another cell, another part of the wing of the jail. He could have did a whole lot of things. All I hear is motherfucking excuses. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear no motherfucking reasons, bro, at all. Now, what else is in the comment section? I gotta read the comment section. XL Pro says, salute. He then says, 17 of the notes says, I never liked Megan, but those that like her will always like her because they are like her. Then there's the simps that think they have a chance with her or trying to earn coochie points with these broads. Facts. That's the main caveat and the main problem with this situation is, a lot of men, see, here's the thing, a lot of men think it's okay. They don't think it's a big deal until it becomes them. You feel me? Is when they're affected by it, is when now they want everyone to come to arms and to say something. Kind of like Tyrese. Tyrese didn't give a fuck about men on being on child support until he was on child support. Monk Dan says, if he talks too much, they might take him out. I mean, that could be argued. I mean, one thing I know about Tory Lanez is Tory Lanez, he do kind of think he's kind of tough. So, I mean, like I said, just because you stand up to yourself or just because you talk too much, does that mean that you're supposed to get shanked up? You feel me? All depends on what you were talking too much about, right? A man supported man said, did you see the article on the comedian HaHa Davis locked up on DV charges? Yeah, I was talking to my brother about that this morning. Yeah, man, because I fuck with that HaHa dude. As a matter of fact, look, I fuck with a HaHa dude so much that I know I got one of his skits on here. And I meant to show it the other night, right before he got arrested, too. Remember I was trying to look for some shit to show y'all the other day? And I forgot. And I sure did. I think I posted it. But he had a skit that was funny the other day. Damn, did I save it on? Like, I know I had it on my phone. I just don't know if I downloaded it to show y'all, but I meant to show y'all the other day. But yeah, here you go, look.
Mouth to mouth before you go to sleep.
No, my mom went to bed already.
Okay, you know what? Let me not distract. Let's not talk about HaHa real quick. Let's talk about this dude who stabbed Tory Lanez real quick. Y'all boys throwing me off.
But truth be told, I never offered no one to like. Why would I offer somebody something I could do? It didn't make sense. But once he yelled and make threats and I'll have you killed and have a run up to your cell, all that comments, I felt like, all right, you're threatening my life. Like, there's nothing else to do but confront you. that's what happened the next morning. I asked him, are we cool? He said, yeah, it's cool. And when I went to my cell, he followed me. Like I told you earlier.
Do you have any regrets of stabbing him?
Regrets? Shit.
Because you stabbed him 14 times.
Yeah. I know that. I wish I could do certain things over, but at the end of the day, I mean, I felt like he threatened my life. So, I mean, I can't. So it actually felt necessary to me at the time, like the whole, in the moment, him coming to my cells, showing, grabbing me, talking like, I felt like, it's it. So I can't say I regret taking a stand for myself. No, not at all. I mean, I feel remorseful in a sense because it really didn't have to go that far, but I mean, he made his decisions and I made mine.
Did he end up having a weapon on him?
I mean, obviously I got a stab mark in my leg, but that's going to the hole. I mean, they didn't find no weapons either. I don't understand that part.
Yo, I done watched enough CSI and enough First 48 and stuff like that to know that here's the thing about a knife. A knife is such a deadly weapon that people who have knives usually inflict damage to themselves. Do y'all know that? Do y'all know that? That's what they usually do. What they usually look for, like people who stab people. What they do is they'll look to see if the person or the suspect has any cuts or lacerations to the hand or to their body. Why? Because that's what they know when someone's trying to stab somebody. When someone's trying to stab somebody, people be stabbing people like, there's a lot of movement. And what people do, murderers or stabbers or people who try to attack people, they end up injuring themselves in between because of the other person trying to fight, for their life. They end up cutting themselves, and they subconsciously cut themselves and don't even realize it. Of course, by mistake, but they cut themselves by mistake. So when he said that he felt like a stab on his leg, it could have been from the fact that he's tussling with a knife in his hand. I mean, duh. Yo, I don't give a fuck, bro. This shit don't sound right.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, shit. That shit hitting this morning, boy. Oh. Whew. But yo.
But shh. Don't tell nobody.
Monk Dan says, oh, I thought it was a joke. No pun intended. Yeah, because it's like unreal, right? It's really surreal. But then you kind of remember this is prison life, right? Monk Dan also says if Cat still talks too much, they might take him out too. Facts. Hey, if he ends up DOA, bruh, we already don't know what it is for sure. Now it says more contentious media. Says shout out to the people in the comments. Hello, Mr. West. Hey, love, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in on this Memorial Day. A man supporting man said that was a yes or no question about the weapon, or Tory laughing my fucking ass off. Right. Talking about they didn't find a weapon. They didn't find a weapon because you're the only motherfucker with a weapon, motherfucker. Shit.
Silence, you furry fool. I've had it with your whining and bumbling.
I told you, man, men are the new females, bro, because he sound like a whole female, bro, with his cockamamie ass story.
Really him. You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
Now, more contentious media, Morphine says, but he said his ankles, though, right? Exactly. Bro, this is jail. There are not civilians, right? Then Kill Your Kid, the villain, Damn, he ain't come through in a minute. You know, salute for coming through, G. He said it's been known that knives have caused more deaths than firearms. Ask me how I know. Oh shit! Right. Yeah, knives are very, very deadly, bro. Shit, hey, trust me, I know. Hey, trust me, I know. Unfortunately, I personally kind of know that knives can be very deadly myself, bro. And JJ Diesel says, JJ Diesel Cowboy Travis says, good morning, Kelly West in the chat. Thank you for tuning in. Righteous Spirit, stand up. Everybody in here today. Yo, your boy feels so loved, dig. So loved. Everybody on the YouTube side, come through on the everybody on the Facebook side, come through the YouTube side. Everybody who's on X, you come on down to the YouTube side, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy Cali West, Miami. Now let's see here. What else? Oh, so yeah. So back to what this dude's lying about. Let's go back to the lies. Them lies.
No weapon was the weapon I was using wasn't found either. There was no weapon found.
Where'd it go?
That's what in the video it shows me putting it on the floor. That's what they were asking me. I don't know. Nobody was around. It was just me and him on the chair. There wasn't in no day room. Nobody was standing next to us. It was just me and him.
And who saved them?
I let him go. I picked him up. I told him, like, look at me. He looked at me, and then I just slammed him on the floor and kind of kicked the back of his butt with my foot, like pushed him, let him run away.
And did he run away, or did he crawl away, or how did he get away?
He ran, screaming. He knows. He knows.
Yo. This ninja just a motherfucking laugh. Yo. Guilty, bruh. Guilty, motherfucker.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Now, JJ Diesel says I'll be making some coffee. I'll be right here. And then more contentious says this guy isn't telling the truth. We're not going. We're not going. We're not gonna know what really happened. Even Tory lied. Well, what did he lie about? I mean, I look at the end of the day, I don't really even care what the fuck it was about, but at the end of the day, he's the one who's the aggressor. Because guess what? If you got a bounty on your head, I mean, I guess if you got a bounty on your head, you just take out the person who got the bounty on your head. I guess that'll be taken care of. But I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot to it, but you know, you usually don't laugh about something serious like that, especially the fact that you're gonna get some extra years on your sentence. But I think he's like serving a life sentence any motherfucking way. Now, Kid the villain says, "My bad, homie. I've been busy fighting the shadow people in another." Sarcasm. Then he says, "Glad you're still amongst the living, doing well though. I appreciate you, man. Salute." Now JJD says, "I'm agreeing with you, Cali." Yeah, this shit is crazy, man. Like this, like, you know, the whole fact that if they really didn't find a weapon, that almost kind of goes towards that maybe they're trying to cover it up, that, you know, Corey got his ass fucked up. So, you know, that could kind of point to the fact that, you know, the CEOs are in on it too. The fact that they had enough time for him to even get shit stabbed up like that. Oh, more contentious media. She elaborates the point. She says Tory lied about who shot Meg, so did Meg and the person that shot her allegedly got immunity. Facts. Yeah, man. Tory Lanez, you know, after the fact, now that he got that hot metal stabbed up into him, now he's like admitted to the true story, which I feel like I wouldn't even chance that. I would have just told on that bitch, man. Straight up. But yeah, man. Matter of fact, I talked about that yesterday. Elaborated a little bit on that yesterday. Shit crazy, man. Shit crazy. Now, since it was brought up, about HaHa the comedian. I fucks with the HaHa comedian. We might have to have a separate show on that, but I do want to show this little skit before we get to Young Thug and Kid Cudi.
I'm off the mouth before you go to sleep.
No, Mom, I went to bed already.
You ain't got your lips on you?
You ain't got a side chick on you? No.
Yeah, baby, you can't put that wet mop on this Peterwood Johnson before I lay it on down.
No. Try again tomorrow.
Yeah, baby, I can't get no lip to tip right quick before I lay down?
No.
Some bullshit.
Wow, she got somebody else hitting that Utopia box.
I need some head.
Seeing my cry for help didn't work? Oh, somebody hit her with that melatonin stick. Where is your mouth, throat monster? Then every night she want to use that rose to get off like it came from the Garden of Eden. It's not that good. Big fella, I know you tired of using your hand. Pull out your best friend, the soul catcher.
Slop on my knob, like corn on the cob.
Oh, she in trouble. This the kingdom come? Oh, I'm finna treat this toy like a boppin'. It's finna be...
Pop it! Twist it! Spin it! Flick it!
Freak man, freak man! Yeah, that's me!
Oh man, I'm kind of mad. That HaHa, got arrested. But real talk, we probably know it's some bullshit. I'm almost 100% sure he didn't put. Even though I don't even really know the man, I doubt he put his hands on him, man. Like what happened was he probably hit her back or something like that, or pushed her off of her because because the truth is, you can look at the statistics, but the statistics show that I think 70% of abuse victims. I think 70% of abuse victims were their aggressor. They're the ones who actually put their hands on the man first, but because the man put hands on her that counted, that's when she wanted to call the police. A lot of times, the aggressor is not strong enough to aggress. And when the victim, which is the man, acts out, all of a sudden now she's the victim because she's small and she got hurt, which is bullshit. And I honestly say that the law is also complicit in that kind of going down too. Now, y'all wrote a lot. Kid, the villain says, he said the thing is now is that we have the technology that has the capability to show proof. Unlike back in the day where there was not as much technology capability, the only issue is using AI to change evidence. Oh, facts. I can believe that. Trust me, I'm sure that probably done already happened, which is really crazy. Now, Monk Dan says trying to save a sister, shaking my head. Facts. For a chick who was literally probably sleeping with somebody else too. Because Kelsey was a bop too. JJ Jesus says never protect their harlot or it will backfire. Literally. More contentious media says they had the same technology during Tory Lanez case. LOL. Facts. More contentious media said he's just stupid. Tory Lanez is definitely stupid for that. Yeah, he's innocent, but he's stupid. A man supporting man says not all we know. Let's say now we all know. If HaHa Davis was broke, he wouldn't have been with this girl he's with now. Facts. Oh, facts. I want to know who he got arrested behind. But maybe we'll talk about that later on tonight. If y'all down. Kid, the villain says at more contentious. He says, you can't fix stupid, so that's on them. Facts at the villain. And then more contentious response that JJ Diesel says, well, if the Babylon, Egypt, Sodom, and Gomorrah all in one. This is Babylon, Egypt, Sodom, and Gomorrah all in one. God Almighty Yah is definitely judging this wicked country. Definitely. Pick this. When you are going to do shit that's going to be like, shady, what's dark is going to come to light. And that's what's happening with Megan Thee Stallion. What's in the dark came to light. And the reason why her bodyguard was not around in the case anyway, was because of the fact that they made sure his ass was not around. But for some reason, he's around now. And I hope Tory gets out for real, man. For real. Now, let's switch gears for a second. Now, it appears that your boy Thugger is calling out Kid Cudi. He's basically saying that Kid Cudi is a snitch. And in a way, he kind of is. I mean, there's a lot of nuance to this. It says Young Thug labels Kid Cudi a rat for testifying in the Diddy trial. Cudi took the stage on May 22nd. We all know about that. Now, from this article, Young Thug called out Kid Cudi for testifying in the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking and racketeering trial and labeled the Cleveland rapper a rat on X. Thugger quickly deleted the polarizing message, but the toothpaste was already out the tube. Damn, Cudi, a rat, Thug wrote before taking post down minutes later. Billboard has reached out to Cudi's rep for comment. Since Thugger had been locked up for more than 2 years while fighting for his freedom as part of the YSL RICO trial, he eventually reached a plea deal on October 31st. Says, however, there's a connection between YSL trial and Diddy, as Thug's attorney Brian Steele is part of the Bad Boys legal defense team. Interesting. Steele cross-examined Cudi, who was on the stand. It says Cutter briefly, they call it Cutter. I think that's a typo. It says Cutter briefly dated Cassie in the early 2010s, but the romance was ultimately short-lived. As part of his testimony, Kid Cudi recalled Diddy allegedly setting his Porsche on fire in his driveway with a Molotov cocktail. Cudi also tried to break into his home around the time with his relationship with Cassie and Diddy. Cassie named Cudi in 2023 a lawsuit which lit the fuse against Diddy. Tammy comes attempted to blow up the day and night rapper's car. While on stand on day 3, she explained why she cut the relationship off of Cudi short. Too much danger, too much uncertainty of what could happen if we continued to see each other, Cassie says. Whether we could agree or disagree whether that's the case or not, I just cut through the media fluff. Essentially, Kid Cudi backdoor Diddy. They was homies. They was friends. That's how he met the Cassie chick. See, if he would have met the Cassie chick on his own steam, on his own fuel, that would have been one thing. But guess what? Cassie met Cudi and her current husband through Diddy. Now, anyone in the red pill space, that's like hypergamy. That's basically a hypergamy. And, hypergamy doesn't necessarily always mean that they're going to go for the richest guy. Maybe they could go for the fittest guy at the time, And let's just be real. The reason why she messed around with the gym guy is because, she was a freak. And when things was working out with Diddy anymore and, that relationship was done, she got with him because that was probably the only person that she could get with. Well, only one that she probably seen herself being with at that moment. Kid, the villain says, Jay-Z, I definitely noticed of that. Talk about a Babylon. He says Babylon means confusion and Egypt means bondage. Interesting. It's crazy you say that because Egypt had a relationship with a country called Nubia, right? And they say that a lot of the philosophies and a lot of the I think I would say the technology is even in Nubia. They even said, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's even pyramids in Nubia too. So Egypt meaning bondage, that's interesting. I mean, there might be some truth to that. Now, Luke R.P. Perry says, shout out to you, bro, for giving us a Memorial Day show. I appreciate you for tuning in, y'all. Let's just be real, y'all. Young Thug is calling him a snitch. Not necessarily because of the fact that, he was put in danger, because he feels as a civilian, feels as a civilian. But the thing is, Kid Cudi was at the freak offs. Kid Cudi, obviously, they obviously ran a train on Cassie. And, and basically what he did was he backdoored Diddy for this chick. I'm sorry. But it's like, if you about to, y'all boys, you and your boys, y'all running a train, and the dude's trying to wipe up, he kind of know that's your chick, and he's trying to wipe her up. You feel me? Even if you are a freak, you feel me? Like, basically, Kid Cudi felt some type of way because of the fact, he had insurance. He could have put insurance on the damn car. His car was not even that burnt up. You feel me? But, at the same time, he know why he did that. He backdoored him for his girl. And, Diddy a simp. Diddy, it's not like Diddy ain't a simp too. But y'all both are simping for the chick. It's just that P. Diddy was willing to take it to the next level. Luke Perry surprised. He says, didn't know they ran a train on Cassie flat ass. Wow. Yo, you didn't know that? Well, all right. A lot of the things I say is for entertainment purposes. I don't know for sure that Diddy ran a train on Cassie with Cudi. What I'm saying is that we know for sure. Look, I'm 100% sure Kid Cudi been to the freak offs, bruh. Look, Lou, the only reason why he met Cassie in the first place is because he got in with her through P. Diddy. To the point that, see, if you watch not my last video, but the video that I talked about Kid Cudi testifying, dude, it even specifies that he was called P. Diddy on his phone when he heard that he broke into his house. If you call somebody on the phone and when he breaks into your house, that means that y'all are friends, bro. Y'all might not really be friends, but y'all are acquaintances. So he obviously got with her through Cassie. Kid says he definitely got pressed to snitch. That's what I'm thinking. Cuffing the wrong one will put you in a world of liability. Facts. Yeah, here's the thing. There's definitely an ulterior motive. Like, somebody probably give him some money to do it. Because here's the thing, Kid Cudi, I like Day and Night. I like a few of his songs. But Kid Cudi, I don't know what type of problem he has, but Kid Cudi fell the fuck off. Like, he said in a song one time that Kanye saved his life twice and then ended up beefing with a motherfucker. Kid Cudi is not very good at keeping friends. I have to be honest with you, I don't have probably the most friends in the world. But, I'm saying, the few friends that I do have, I've kept them. So, so Kid Cudi is like, you said Kanye saved your life twice, but then, you talk the shit about Kanye. So shit crazy. So Kid Cudi, he's really definitely about himself, and I don't doubt for a New York minute that he backdoored Diddy for this chick, bro. That's what it was. He backdoored him, and shit got messy. Shit got messy. And the truth is, I'm not rationalizing what P. Diddy did by insurance, because he, him acting out emotionally is now putting him in extra trouble. Because no lie, that Kid Cudi situation do look bad. If you're a square ass person, the Kid Cudi situation look a little bad. But to the point that Kid Cudi went to his house, Kid Cudi called his phone when all that shit was happening. They obviously was cool. Kid, the villain, says friends don't become liability to friends. I agree. I agree. Kimberly Reese says, happy Memorial Day, Cali. Love your show. I appreciate you, my love. Salute to the ladies who's checking in. I know there's a couple ladies who's, saying ninja watching, but it's all good. I appreciate all the ladies who tuning in to this Righteous Fear show. And boy, Cali West, some love. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, there's a lot of snitching, a lot of sniffing, a lot of snitching, hoes just don't want to be hoes, At the end of the day, Cassie got her money, but now she wants blood. Cassie loved Diddy so much that she's willing to like throw this man in jail for like the rest of his life. And the government, they're shady too, because the government was just sitting out here building the case. This chick got the money, and she still want to bury this dude, man.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
You know, just like that James Bond movie said, the world is not enough. All right, y'all. So look, I'm gonna just go through my bag of tricks. Luke RP Perry says, does it count as snitching when you are subpoenaed? Yes.
Emotional damage.
Of course. Dude, that's probably the main definition of being a snitch is when you go to the authorities. You know, if it's like, okay, if you're my op, right? And you do something to me, Luke, and I go tell my homeboys, that's not snitching. If my homeboys want to come and deal with you. But if you're my op, right? Whether you're my friend or my op, and I go and say, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm going to go and tell the police what you did. Yes, you're a snitch. And I mean, look, all right. And like I said this much, maybe Kid Cudi is not about that life. Maybe he's not a big gangster, you know? I personally would probably be scared to go against Diddy myself, right? But at the same time, the fact that you called him when shit was going down, the fact that you went to his house and all that, y'all dudes are kind of cool. Like that's what my problem is that y'all are cool. Look, because if y'all wasn't cool, Kid Cudi could have been like, yo, Diddy, look, this is my bitch now. Fuck you. Fuck Bad Boy. Cassie, my bitch now. But he never did that. That's because you was his homeboy, bro. Like, y'all was still cool to some degree. Y'all might have not been that cool because you know you strained a relationship because you took his bitch. But dude, that's definitely stitching though, Luke RP. Yeah, look, hey, be this. If he wants to look, I just think that he just needs to be like, I mean, I think he was being honest, but it's just like as a rapper, for you to be going and telling the police, that's just not a good look, you know? That's just not a good look. Especially the fact that, like, you know, he didn't kill you, you know, he didn't really like hurt you really, you know. He did some bitch shit, but it's like you did some bitch shit too. You took his bitch. Like, Diddy let you taste his bitch, and then you had to go take the bitch. Like, damn, bro. K Kid the villain said that's dry snitching or passive aggressive snitching. Right. He said it's just extra steps. Right. But you know, like, dude, like, oh, that's shit crazy, bro. Like, you know, I mean, like I said, you know, it's snitching when, like, if y'all are friends or y'all ops, and you know, I can understand if, like, you know, Kid Cudi, if Diddy attacked him out of nowhere, and like, let's just say he was dating Cassie, and then Diddy just attacked him, I would have said I wouldn't have been snitching at that point. At that point, you're just a civilian telling the fucking law about, you know what I'm saying, a man doing some man shit to your shit. But the fact that you fucking ate, you know, you broke bread with this man, you know, ate this food with this, you know, with this man. You know, you probably made it, you know, you probably had a little business with a man. You probably done ran some trains with a man, you know, with this bad man. All of a sudden now, you know, you telling the police, you know, you have to kind of accept it a little bit. Like, I just kind of feel like, okay, if I'm hanging out with a drug dealer or I'm hanging out with a gangster and I take his bitch and I just know it's not my windows get busted out, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Like, you feel me? I'm going to tell the police. I got car insurance. I'm going to tell the police. Oh, you broke into my crib. You broke into his bitch. I'm not rationalizing. I'm just saying, though, like, you could have just took it to the head. Like, a part of Kid Cudi is jealous of Diddy, dog. Because basically, it's like he took his bitch, but you couldn't really have his bitch because this bitch was still fucking around on you with him. Kimberly Reese says, Callie, are you single? Yes, I am single. I've been very vocal to admit that I do not give women monogamy, you know, and you know, I don't rub it into a woman's face, but you know, I'm not really a one woman man. Now, Luke R.P. Perry says Diddy locked in his dog in the bathroom. That's crossing the line. No, it's not. Is it really? Not really. Think about it. Why would you want someone's dog? Why would you want a little ass dog munching on your leg? Yo, I date women with dogs, and as much as I'm an animal person, little dogs tend to be a little bit goofy. Like big dogs, I don't know why. Big dogs tend to listen a little bit more. But little dogs tend to be a little goofy and aloof. I ain't gonna lie, I done put a couple hose dogs in the bathroom myself, bro.
Emotional damage.
JJ Diesel says, Cowboy Traveler says, I'm glad you noticed that as well. That means your eyes are wide open. A lot of people ignore things like that if it's not really serious. At K this villain. Luke Perry says, I don't give a fuck about Cassie. Don't mess with my dog. Hey, like I said, dog, I'm an animal lover too, bro. I like dogs, I like cats, I like all types of animals, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, sometimes I'll be feeling bad for even killing little insects. Sometimes, you feel me? I ain't gonna lie, I don't really give a fuck about pests, like rats, rodents, possums, you know, insects. But other animals, for the most part, I'm pretty loving about animals too. But sometimes, man, animals like people. Sometimes they fucking get on your goddamn nerves, bro. Now, Kimberly Reese says, I respect your honesty. I appreciate you, my love, for respecting, you know, hey, that's why they come here to the righteous period. They come here to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I don't be faking or nothing like that over here. I'm just a ninja, you know what I'm saying? Just doing this thing, talking this shit. You feel me? Now, Luke RP says, I respect your honesty as well. I appreciate you, G. Now, you know, we appreciate that honesty. That's why we come here to be the righteous fear, bro. You feel me? Like, the only thing I have to be honest with you, bro, I don't have a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't a big baller or nothing like that, shot caller, nothing like that. You feel me? I ain't got a Bugatti. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I don't even, you know, I'm just who I am. And I think that's why people come here. They can resonate with someone just being real. So I appreciate you, Luke Redpill, Art Perry. Because, you know, and I respect your honesty as well, because, you know, even though we might not necessarily always agree to everything and stuff like that, you know, I feel that you're a man of your word, and I appreciate that. Anybody, any content creator, anybody in person could respect that. So salute to Luke RP Perry, for real. I salute to everybody checking in on this holiday, this Memorial Day. I try to do my best for y'all. Now, JJ says, my dog Leslie is a big girl and she is sleeping. She is so spoiled. Yeah, man, I prefer a big dog. Like, I'm not saying I don't like cute little dogs. Like, y'all might have even seen some videos of me walking my ex-girlfriend's dog. She had I forgot what she had. Whatever, little cute little dogs. But that little dog, that one little dog, that's only because I kind of trained that dog. You know what I'm saying? Since she was a puppy. It was kind of it sucks that me and that bitch don't get along no more. But that dog loved the shit out of me. I used to drive around Miami with that dog on my lap. See, y'all over here got me talking about these damn animals. Little dogs have an Napoleon complex. Bigger dogs are more confident in who they are, no different than humans. Facts. But man, this little Shih Tzu, man, this was a good little Shih Tzu, man. No lie, I should have somehow got the dog off of her, but whatever. The memories. It's all about the memories. Cave Kid, the villain, says, I've learned that honesty will take you further in life than wearing a mask and pretending to be something you're not. Fact, because lying takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy. I just kind of feel like it's almost you get further just telling the truth, man. It just look easier too. You feel me? Shit. I think the only time I can honestly say, I think the only time that I truly do lie is when I'm at work. I lie at work. You know what I'm saying? Do I really want to be there? Come on now. Yo, when they ask me at work, how you doing? Oh, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm fine.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. Oh, man, this is a good day today. I be really like it. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? I don't lie. And it's to the point that I've even been telling the job. I actually been telling my coworkers and my management the truth lately. You know what I'm saying? Not the unfiltered, not unfiltered, the filtered truth, but still the truth. You feel me? JJ Adidas says, when I was a kid, I had a snapping turtle as a pet. It would not let anyone put it up but me. It would bite anyone else. Facts. Oh, turtles, man, they could grow. They could last for. They grow up to be 100 years. Especially snapping turtles, they could go up to about 100 years, bro. And they have very, very, very good memory. That's why they last for so long, bro. So salute to the snapping turtle. A little dangerous, but snapping turtle is cool. I don't think a snapping turtle is any more dangerous than having a Rottweiler or a pit bull. So, salute to the snapping turtles. The kid that says the soundboard is hilarious. You cooking today, but when are you not? Always cooking in the kitchen. LOL. Hey, I really appreciate that, y'all. Y'all come appreciate you, man. I appreciate everybody. Y'all come with all the good compliments today. I really appreciate y'all today, for real. I really appreciate it, man. It's about 12 o'clock. I ain't gonna lie, man. All right. I'm gonna unload the clip on y'all because there's a couple of things that I do want to share with y'all. Because that's the righteous spirit way. Then after that, I'm gonna tune into Coach Greg Adams and the free agent lifestyle. I want to hear what he got to say about Travis Hunter. But see, watching the Coach Greg Adams is like the reverse of watching me. He plays his main event in the end because he has such a good lively show. Me, because I still consider myself a beginner. So even though I've been on YouTube for a little while, this channel is actually, I might not even realize it, but the truth is the channel is actually 13 years old. But I just have been active on the channel for about 3 years. So Cali West was already supposed to have got this going on long time ago, but I bullshitted. What I'm saying? Like a lot of us in life sometimes when we want to do something. But with that being said, not to be talking too much, let's go unload the clip. I know I got some little jokes for y'all, some little jokey jokes. And we definitely gonna talk about that ha-ha situation because I like that ha-ha guy. I actually do. Okay. Yeah, I had a clip for y'all today. What was today's show? Yeah, this is it. This should be it. I think. Oh, this is what this older sister got to say. Check this out.
One nigga won't do, the next one won't the fuck either. It's crazy out this joint. Like, make sure you got your bag. What the fuck?
Yo. See, I'm glad that an older sister is telling the fucking truth. Yeah, you can tell that she's like, up there in age. She's probably like 70. But you can kind of tell, you can look at her and tell that she was probably a cutie back in the day. But yo, see? Time waits for no man or woman for that matter. Say it again, sis.
What one nigga won't do, the next one won't the fuck either. It's crazy out this joint. Like, make sure you got your bag. What the fuck?
Hey, you heard it from her, bruh. Shit is real.
Emotional damage.
Because a popular thing for the woman to say in the hood is what a woman won't do, what one man won't do, another man will. And that's a goddamn lie. Coach Greg Adams, he left it up and put it into words. He was like, look at every girl that you got with. Have they ever gotten dudes better with you? Look at every relationship you've been with. If you could keep up with Facebook on social media, you'll notice most of those chicks never upgraded from you, bro. I can honestly say maybe only one chick in my life, one chick upgraded from me. And she wasn't even my girlfriend. It was a chick who I was just sleeping with. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was like, go get your bag, baby girl. And Man Support Man said that's that's Cali's cougar. Hey, you know what's crazy? Don't you kind of look like an old porno star? She looked like no lie, she looked familiar. Does she not look familiar though, Man Support Man? Shit, hey, yo, be this. I done smash some old fogies. Yo, I done smoke some old fogies. Yo, yo. One time I was dealing with this chick, and you could tell she was kind of old in the face, but her body, and when she got naked, it was kind of like, damn, from the neck down, she kind of looked kind of young, right? But yo, her son was like my age, bruh. I'm like, bruh, like, you was on my mama, bruh.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
And in her defense, she probably wasn't as old as my mom because I think she was like a teenage mother. But still, bro, goddamn. Kid says hella and the fixation said the wall comes for us all. Just be prepared for it. Yeah, but it's a different wall for us men though. It's almost reversed. It's like for men, we all got that Benjamin Button where, like, you know what I'm saying? We might be cute and small, but like no one really gives a fuck about us. You feel me? Until we get older and established and get some money, that's when we start getting the most poontang, bro. I don't even have a lot of money, and I can honestly say that I get probably more poontang than when I was younger, straight up. And from some young chicks too, because if you come with them with a fistful of 20s, of course. Now, KU Kid says, I know she was a baddie back in the day, but she's feeling the wall now. Oh, yeah, facts. And you can tell she's from Baltimore. Talk about that, John. That's that Baltimore talk. Old Chicago looking cougar. Either that, somewhere around that Midwest DMV area. KU Kid, the bill says she knows a thing or two because she has seen done that thing or two or three. Facts. Facts. But I like videos like that. I like videos where the woman keeps it all the way 100. What happens right here?
Pedophile at this point. I'm sorry.
20?
Yes, and he 52. That's a pedophile. That's somebody dating your daughter. I don't agree with that.
Break down.
I mean, it's nothing to break down.
Okay, for instance, like, what is the largest age gap that you feel like is acceptable?
Damn, bro. Yo.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
What I gotta say to her is,
Stop the cap.
come on now. Come on now. She can't even think of one. You know what she really want to say? She want to say the same thing that Monique said to Shannon Sharp before he got in trouble. You need you older black woman, right? That's what she wants to say. He should be with an age appropriate relationship. He should be getting with her. But guess what? Bella could still run off with his money. Bella could still say, one night when she was getting it on with Shannon Sharp that she took it up to Duke shoot. She could say the same thing that a young woman could say. And that's the thing. That was the stupidest thing about that argument, the whole Shannon Sharp argument. They were trying to say because she's white, he got in trouble. Because she was a young girl that he got in trouble. while Dr. Dre had a brain aneurysm behind his wife, ex-wife, trying to take half his motherfucking money. But here's the thing, the reason why she couldn't even think about it, because she was going to look like a hypocrite. Because the truth is, we all know that older women want an older man. Why? Because he got the fucking money, bro. Money. And it was so crazy. The older chick that I was fucking with, right? Me and her wasn't even boyfriend or girlfriend. Did I rock with her? Yes. But I ain't gonna lie. She was kind of dabbling in the dark side a little bit. She's kind of like girls, right? So, she gave a boy a few threesomes and shit. We're like, see this. We're like younger chicks too. Like, I wouldn't say young chicks like 20s, but there's some chicks like, listen for this. For an older chick, she still came through with like a chick, a couple of chicks younger than me. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it was still a win. Oh, hey, a win is a win, right? A win is a win. Now, with that being said, this Bella chick, she knows damn well she wants Shannon Sharp to be in an age-appropriate relationship. You know what that is? Half his age plus 7. That's something that the black community does, because they're essentially trying to keep the good men available for the woman who had 10, 20 times chances to go get with a man throughout their life. Am I wrong, y'all? Am I wrong? Now, a man supporting man, no. Oh, shit. Damn. Oh, he says, Caillou Kid says she kept it real, though. He's talking about the older sister, the older John. This is talking about the Johns. Then Caillou Kid says the main question is, are they consenting adults? Facts, right? Because she was throwing out the word about PDF file. And a PDF file is anyone under the age of 13. You feel me? If you're dealing with someone who's 19, 20, that's an adult. Now, Luke Perry, RP, Perry says she's your typical bitter American black woman. I hate to say that, unfortunately, it's true. Now, a man-supported man says we don't give a fuck about what they're agreeing with, laughing my fucking ass off. Facts. Facts. And look at her. Besides the weave, she's an attractive woman. But guess what? She's not getting what she could get, because why? The same type of dudes that Shannon Sharp that she wants, he'll get a younger woman. He'll get a woman who doesn't already have kids. He can get a woman who hasn't been Dubai on. I'm not saying that these youngsters don't get Dubai on either, but at least maybe you be the first one to Dubai her if you could get her to Dubai. You feel me? Shit. But it's like, sometimes you just want a new car, so sometimes you just want to peel off that new sticker, that new car sticker off. Sometimes you just want to take off the new cover off the damn seats. Sometimes you want to be the one to take off the damn plastic off the hood and off the bumper of your car. Sometimes you want to be, it's kind of like when you get a new toy at Christmas when you were like 10 or 11, right? You kind of want to be the one to kind of take out the package. You feel me? JJ Diddy says, I guess she would rather get ran through and hit the wall before she settles down. Well, that's a caveat to it, though, JJ Diesel. She has already hit technically the wall. And look, I'm not saying that just because you hit the wall that that's a bad thing, right? I mean, it's kind of nature. It's not necessarily a negative. But, I mean, you just have to kind of just take his thing. The thing is, for the guys that she wants, she feels that she deserves better. She feels that she should get the same type of guys that she got at 19, 20. Unfortunately, that's not the case. It's not that you don't have any value, miss. It's just that, see, the thing is, you want Shannon Sharp to get with you. But why is he going to get with you? You're already unagreeable. You already divorced somebody. You already, broke a man's heart. You already took somebody alien a man's kids from him. And question is, can you give Shannon Sharp any kids if you want any kids? Women have to kind of think about situations like this. You feel me? Caillou Kid, the villain, says, I bet she praises Hostile got her groove back, though. Facts. Hey. Facts, Caillou Kid.
He ain't lying.
Facts. He said, fake everything but want a real man. For real. These chicks is crazy. I think once we understand women, once we understand how they are and how they maneuver, we don't be mad at them. Sometimes we almost kind of glad when they say certain things like their mouth. I'm gonna unload this clip on y'all before we go. What else I got for y'all? I don't know what I got. I just posted. Oh, for Monk Dan. If Monk Dan is still in here, we got some snow bunnies for you. We got that snow bunny for you, Monk Dan. Where you at, Monk Dan? You know, shout out for that $20 super chat. We had to have some snow for you.
Women love my skis, yes, it's magic, it's a blessing. When I die, I'ma go to snow bunny heaven. Snow bunny heaven. Snow bunny heaven. Women love my ski, yes, it's magic, it's a blessing. When I die, I'ma go to snow bunny heaven.
Yo.
Bunny heaven. Snow bunny heaven. Snow bunny heaven. That's my destination. Nose running.
She said stepping on a Corvette. Disqualified.
With no slave shit. Not racist. PlayStations. Young camel toe is black Caucasian. Snow bunnies hopping on my carrot stick. Oh my God. Blasting off like spaceships. Extra basic. With a facelift. And some fat tits. And some duck lips. I ain't playing.
Yo.
Women love my ski. Yes, it's magic. It's a blessing.
If you notice, you probably can't notice in the background, but in the background, let's see here. If y'all look in the background, I don't know if y'all can see this cursor on my screen, but there go your boy Cali right there recording in the background, G. I'm in the background. See that? The man with the backpack in the back? I was there in person. I actually have live footage of actually me recording too, but that's for my Cali West Auto channel. But yeah, they Caillou Kid said stepping on the Corvette disqualified. Well, hey, you know what? They brought out, look, the man brought out the car. The man's brought out the car. They brought out the babes. They content creating. Hey, I done seen dudes jump on Hellcats and shit like that too. Like I done seen a lot of people jump on hoods and stuff. Me, I'm not really big on jumping on hoods either, but them girls probably weigh 110 pounds. Ain't nothing gonna happen to that bad. You feel me? But hey, Now Luke Perry says in the world of Charleston White, Umar, we dabble in the snow over here. Yes, Lord. Yes, sir. As a matter of fact, where my video at? Let's see here. Because I had recorded too. Yeah, we dabble in the snow. And I'll tell you one thing, women love to have cameras on them, bro. I'll tell you that. Let's see here. I ain't gonna lie. I like the girls too, but I like the cars. The cars is actually dope. I was there for the cars. The snow bunny just happened to be there. Let's see here. Let's see here. Since I like the snow, I might as well get a 360 view of the snow. Let's see here. Where's it at? Okay. Yo, for real. Hey, I'll tell you one thing though. This content, being a content creator and being a YouTuber, bro, that's just like almost like being a DJ of videos, G. Damn. I need to somehow do something about this damn focus. Maybe that's something I need to work on after this show. I'm working on my focus. I could feel like my focus could be a lot better. Yeah. So since y'all say y'all dabble in the snow and stuff like that, we can dabble in the snow real quick. And I'll show y'all this little video that I did at the car show. Oh shit. I didn't even show the right thing. Hold on. That's whack. Oh, I gotta remove that to show it.
Women love my skis, yes, it's magic, it's a blessing. When I die, I'ma go to Snow Bunny Heaven. Snow Bunny Heaven. Snow Bunny Heaven. Women love my ski, yes, it's magic, it's a blessing. When I die, I'ma go to Snow Bunny Heaven. Snow Bunny Heaven. Snow Bunny Heaven, Snow Bunny Heaven, that's my destination. Nose running snow bunnies in segregation. With no slave ships, not racist. PlayStations, young camel toe is black Caucasian. Snow bunnies hopping on my carrot stick.
Salute to all y'all boys who like to play in the snow.
Extra basic.
Salute.
With a facelift. And some fat tits.
Yeah.
And some duck lips. I ain't playing. Women love my ski. Okay, I'm reloaded.
Yeah, your boy be doing other things too. Your boy be doing other things, you know. But yeah. So all right, so now that we dabbled in the snow a little bit, so yeah, I'm gonna unload this clip, then your boy can get up out of here. What else I got for y'all? Ooh, all right. Now that we dabbling in some snow, might as well check out. Let's see what's up on the black side of things. Here we go. Sheesh. Trying to bring you back to the community, boy. Sheesh.
He ain't lying.
She wanna put that pussy on me, put it on me.
God damn it. Bruh. Shit. Have you back on the plantation, boy. Sheesh.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
That must be jelly, because jam don't move like that.
Shit.
Luke Perry says, like Five Dogs said, I like them brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, and Haitian. Naming 5 dogs from the Zulu Nation. JJD says, cool show. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. You know, I try to make it entertaining as much as possible, y'all. Yo, Keisha Cole performed at her concert. and she essentially had a wardrobe malfunction. Check this out, bro.
It's an evil world we live in.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Yo. Okay. So a man supporting man says her body is no longer banging. Yo, a man supporting man. Her body was never really banging. But I'll say this much. I seen Keisha Cole's body. She don't have no ass. I actually think that she actually has a decent body. Look, here's the thing. Not every woman is gonna have ass, man. Look. She's saying it. Look, one thing I could definitely give her is that she stay in the gym. But she ain't got no ass. Like, Keisha Cole's like she's a little low-key, a little mixed. Like she she might look like a regular black girl, but she a little mixed. She a little mixed, bro. She mixed with something. But whatever she mixed with, make her have no ass. You feel me? Sometimes there's no future in her front, man. Like, she should have got better butt pads or something like that. Or something, or get her better fitting pants or something. But that was definitely a malfunction, bro. Whoo, boy. KJD said, do you think them buns are real or fake? We definitely know them shits is fake. Plus, I know Keisha Cole ain't never had no ass. Keisha Cole ain't never had no ass. Keisha Cole, I think Keisha Cole's a good looking chick, to me, to be honest. I mean, if y'all might clown me for this, but I think Keisha Cole's a good looking chick. I just think that, the thing is that, God, look, beat this. God has blessed them with beauty, and guess what? Unfortunately, they don't always accept that beauty. Like shit, Beyonce probably got a little bit more ass than her, but Beyonce ain't got no ass either. Beyonce was just blessed with nice hips. But Beyonce was doing the same thing actually. So it is what it is. Now, Kaya Kid says, I love black women. Just got to get it together and be cooperative than being the op. Kaya Kid, my brother. I hate to say this, but I hate to say this, but black women have been essentially bred not to respect us. Just look at Coach Greg Adams said this last week. He said that that they witnessed us get buck broken on the plantation. They seen the disrespect, and also they teach this disrespect to each other. And look at the community. Who do they believe is in charge of the community? Big mama, mama, the woman, mom, mommy, mama. You know, for some reason, they're the ones who control the community. And you wonder why the community has not changed in over 60 years. When you take the man out because you put them on child support, or, you kick them out the home because you rather accept daddy welfare than being under the constraints and the control of a man. This is the byproduct of it, of years and years of women born and there's no males in their family. I remember there was a chick I was dating, and she was about my age, and I dated her maybe about 5 years ago. And me and her, even though she was a single mother, and even though, she was, 40, I consider even getting with her only because, me and her had a pretty decent relationship, right? But one thing I could definitely say, that one red flag, one of the biggest red flags that she exposed to me was that, when me and her started kind of getting maybe kind of considering being together, she made a revelation. She was like, my nephew is the only man in our family. And I was like, what do you mean he's the only man in the family? Like, I'm like, I wanted to elaborate, but basically the mom had no husband. She did have a husband at one point in time, but that was long been done. Essentially, every woman, she had a bunch of sisters. All of them had no man. Her mama had no man. Like, nobody in her family. The only man around them often was the nephew, was her sister's son, was the only male in their immediate family, or whatever they kind of considered, their congregation of family. He was the only man. Of course, that was a red flag for essentially a bad relationship. But it's almost imprinted in their DNA for them not to get along with black men, not to respect black men. I believe for a woman to respect a black man, she would have to have been raised by a black man who was not only respected himself, but others respected him. Like, if he was like one of those dads he's a passive dad and the mama wears the pants, oh, happy wife, happy life, man, she's probably gonna end up being one of those chicks who don't respect black men. And I dealt with women like that. Now, he says, hold up. Damn, I think I missed a couple of minutes. He says, now, wait a minute. But he said, but why though? No need to add those. See what I did there? Right. Here's the thing. I actually think Keisha Cole was a good looking chick. I hate to say this, not that I'm trying to play matchmaker, but I actually thought Keisha Cole and Young Jeezy would have made a good couple. And yeah, maybe Keisha Cole has a little bit of toxicity, but dude, nobody's more toxic than Jeremiah, bruh. Yo, Jeezy could have still had a little baby who came out with some little Chinese looking eyes. He would have got with Keisha Cole. Keisha Cole got some type of Asian in her. Like, she don't got those little eyes for no reason, bruh. And Jeremiah has no ass at all. Jeremiah don't even have legs. Like, when she was on that one little talk show recently, that bitch she looked like a toothpick, man. I don't even see what Jeezy even seen in her. Bro, brothers gotta get their passport, man. Even brothers gotta get their passport. Even rich brothers. Luke Perry said Cassie ain't got no ass either. You're right. Maya got ass, man. Maya got everything. Maya is fine. Maya is gorgeous. Unfortunately, she should have passed those genes on to somebody else and had some kids, bro. That was one way she cursed the world. She could have blessed the world and had, like, even if she would have had a son, if her son could have had daughters with somebody else, you feel me? She could have blessed the world with like another Maya down the line, bro. Maya is fucking gorgeous. And Luke RP Perry says, matriarchy, facts. Luke RP says, Big Cali West is back. Big Don thought we lost you. Man, I don't see how. Man, look, Donovan Sharp is full of shit, man. You know, and it was so funny too, because you know, like for all his intentions, you know, like for for what it's worth, man, like Donovan Sharp, like dude, like shit, you know what I'm saying, you know, my RP, Donovan Sharp was part of my RP journey, like dude, like you know what I'm saying, watching him, like used to look up to the man, like you feel me, even though he was like maybe 1 year younger than me, but like literally look up to the man. I mean, you know, he is this big guy too, but you know, but it is like you know we ain't lose shit, you know what I'm saying. Cali West is here to stay, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're still in the, you know what I'm saying? We're still in the basement studio, you feel me? We're still in the, you know what I'm saying? We still hunkered down, you feel me? We still putting out content and we still talking this real shit, you feel me? You know. But hey, you know, but one thing I can say about myself is, you know, I'm not dictated by my audience, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, my audience is attracted to the shit I say, so it is what it is. Now, Kid, the villain says, I think she looks good. If she is pleasing to my eye, she's good to me. She will stay cuffed. The yams can be overlooked. We can work on that later. Facts. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know if I told y'all, but I was checking out this chick. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got no ass. But it's like, sometimes depending on what she wears, like sometimes it looks like a little mirage of a little booty, even though she ain't really got no hips. But like the bitch is still a good looking chick, like, you feel me? Yeah, man, like here's the, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't saying I still don't want a chick with no ass. I still want a chick with like even a mirage of an ass or a chick with some hips, you feel me? You know, like men are still attracted to certain, you know, childbearing qualities. But for a girl to have such a fat ass, that's not necessarily a big deal. Sometimes we'll pick a fat ass, but then like it got a big ass belly. It's like yeah, it's like hands down, she got a nice ass, but then she got a big ass belly in front of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, is that really like? Is that really the same? I think sometimes. I mean, I'm not saying I still wouldn't hit that because y'all know I'm a nasty boy. You know, I'll be fucking these fat hoes to sleep. You feel me? In the dark. You feel me? Where no one can see. But let's just be real. Like, you know, she got ass, but doesn't the fact that she got a gut and stuff kind of cancel that out a little bit? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, just because we do something in the dark don't mean we're gonna brag about it in the light, right? Now Luke Perry says Checkers employee got arrested for shooting a customer asking for extra mayonnaise package raised by a single man, ABW, single mom, American Black woman, single man. Facts. Matter of fact, yeah, I heard about that. That was just crazy. He said I sent you the DM on IG. You know, I actually heard about that story. I actually did hear about that story. And you know what? My Instagram should already be up. Oh, that's right. I can't use it. You know what? I be having so much. Yo, Luke Perry. I got so much. RP Perry. I got so much Instagram shit that I should really be talking about. But guess what? Since you sent it to me live, we're gonna do it live. All right? We're gonna do it live. And after that, we're gonna show a couple clips, and then after that, we outie 5,000. Let's share this real quick. Share the screen. Chats. Boom. It says Checkers employee arrested after fatally shooting customer over extra. Let's see here. Okay. Can y'all still see it? Oh, y'all can't even see shit. Yo, man, they changed up how StreamYard work. It's a little weird. I guess I gotta remove that and then share the screen. Boom. Checkers employee arrested for after fatally shooting a customer. Damn. Listen to this. It says Elijah Travis Mackey was charged with first-degree murder after police saying he fatally shot a customer following a dispute over a drive-thru order at Kissimmee, Florida. Sheesh, that's outside of Orlando. Checkers location. After the customer, Wesley Roberts, complained about his order and insulted Mackey, the Checkers employee shot him in the chest, police said. The action of this one employee does not respect the values of thousands of hardworking employees across the country, as a spokesperson for Checkers said. Damn, bruh. Yo. That is fucking crazy, bro. Over an insult.
Really him. You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
But yo, That happens in the hood quite often, bro.
Complained about his food order. Fox 35's Stephanie Buffamonte explains how a condiment may have led to gunfire.
The new shocking details were released today. According to a witness, this potentially could have been all over a packet of mayo. Now, one person is dead and another person is behind bars. And you can see this happen in a busy area in Old Town, which is right near Fun Spot.
The defendant will be held pursuant to Arthur at no bond.
23-year-old Elijah Mackey in an orange jumpsuit and cuffs, making a first appearance in court Friday. He's charged with first-degree premeditated murder. Osceola County deputies say it was all over a fast food customer complaining about his meal. A witness said he was possibly asking for mayo packets. The arrest affidavit says Wesley Robertson asked to speak with the manager several times after ordering from the front window at Checkers Wednesday night. Deputies
A deadly shooting at a Checkers restaurant in Kissimmee.
A worker allegedly shot a customer after he
say that's when Mackey climbed out of a drive-through window, walked around the side of the building, and started arguing with Robertson. According to an arrest report, that's when Robertson used derogatory language to insult Mackey, and in response, Mackey pulled a gun out of his waistband and shot Robertson in the chest. He fell headfirst into the building. The employee ran toward the slingshot ride and then to Celebration Suites nearby. We spoke with people staying there.
Can you imagine? You're just like, oh, let's go to Checkers. I want, a hamburger meal or whatever it is. And next thing you know, you're gone.
Yeah.
I mean, how does that happen? It's sad. It's really sad.
You don't know if you can ever voice your opinion, because somebody's going to pull a gun.
Former Orlando Police Chief Orlando Rolone says he most likely wasn't supposed to have a gun on him at work to begin with.
I can't imagine, especially a fast food chain that would promote or allow.
Say that's when Mackey climbed out of a drive-through window, walked around the side of the building, and started
for an employee to be armed with a firearm.
He says it's important to talk to your kids about controlling their emotions and lead by example.
It takes a much bigger person to basically step away from a situation like that. Be that person.
The Checkers was closed yesterday, but it is open today. We reached out to Checkers to ask for a comment and ask for its policy on weapons in the workplace, but haven't heard back. Reporting in Kissimmee, Stephanie Buffamonte, Fox 35 News.
For an employee to be armed with a firearm.
Get to the chopper! Bruh. Over Checkers, bro. Really? Over Checkers? Alright, I'm gonna tell y'all what. I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud. And I'm not saying that I'm not trying to rationalize it. I'm not saying that he's still not guilty, because he's still guilty, okay? He's guilty. But yo, Wesley Bill called him a ninja, right? Wesley Roberts called Elijah a ninja, dog. That's what happened.
Emotional damage.
He started using derogatory language. He called him the N-word, bro. Oh, shit.
What kind of shit is that?
Well, I guess that's the last time he can be using the N-word, right? Hey, well, that's going to be the last chicken burger he slang, and that's going to be the last N-word. That's going to be the last N-word he slang. Hey, I guess they both got what they deserved. Hey, you know what? I don't see any victims in that situation. I just see volunteers.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that the black dude shouldn't have did that. Well, no, the black dude definitely should have did that, and the white guy definitely should have did that. But guess what? They did that shit. Hey, when they say they did that shit, they did that shit. An example of the community. Facts, because yeah, he shouldn't let his emotions get the best of him. Because guess what? Just look. Some dude say he wants some mayo. Give me some more mayo, nigger. But guess what? You ain't gonna get no more mail, cracker. The only mail you gonna get is the mail I leave on your wife, cracker. Yeah, that could have been that would have been the end of it. You know what I'm saying? And to me, the N-word, as much as I don't like the N-word, hearing a hard R doesn't bother me, to be honest. We said, man, support man says, why do you have a weapon at work? Look, I'm not really so mad about having a weapon at work, bro. I'm just mad about using said weapon at work for some bullshit. Because guess what? Somebody might try to get froggy in that motherfucker. You might just, look, unless you're in the courthouse or any judicial area, I do definitely believe in having the First Amendment. I don't give a fuck if I'm at work or not. But look, I don't carry no weapons on me at work. But at my job, I don't have to worry about that. Believe me. At my job, I do not even have to bring weapons on. Look, one thing I can definitely say, where I work at, I'm definitely safe. Trust me. I wish a first-person shooter would come up in my job. Oh, they can get dealt with. And not even by me. I'll be way in the back watching it go down. Yeah, where I work at is very protected. Me personally, I wouldn't bring anything to my job because my job is like Fort Knox, ninja. Shit, trust me. You're gonna need more than that. You're gonna need more than that to do something at my job. So that's one thing I could definitely say is that I never had to worry about my life at my job. So salute my job for making it a safe workplace. And I have fun at that place. Yep, non-violence place. But trust me, people try to get froggy at the job. People off the job try to get froggy at my job site. And let's just say they got dealt with really quick, expeditiously, with extreme prejudice. Luke Perry says exactly, yeah, bring him. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I wouldn't bring him here. But depending if you work in a liquor store, you look in a liquor store, you might have a weapon on you. Work in a pawn shop, you definitely need a weapon on you. Work in a gun shop, definitely need to have a weapon on you. JJ the Carver Trapper says it's in the Bible that uncle females would raise kids. It's like that to grow up to be monsters. Yo, man, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna front. I might have some kids that I might not even know about. But if I have kids that I don't know about, it's not any of my fault or mine. One thing I could definitely say is that the easiest thing to do is have kids. But I can honestly say that if I have kids out there, it might not be many because I'm pretty much responsible, bro. You feel me? Like the easiest thing I could have done was just get any of my many girlfriends pregnant. So if I got any chicks pregnant, it's probably some chick I don't even remember. Now, Luke RP Perry says 23. That's sad. It is sad. And it's sad to be arguing about some mail that you could have got from home or you could have, I don't know. Like sometimes the right thing to do is not the right thing to do. If that makes any sense. And then you start calling the dude the N-word. Because that's what essentially was happening. Derogatory words. What derogatory things do you think he was saying? Not saying that deserves a bullet to the chest, because it doesn't. Like, he's still wrong. He definitely needs to go to jail for that. So, K Kid the Villain says, so, I do know that gang mentality due to manhood being challenged by him calling him a pussy. Gang members are taught to never be disrespected and take a person off the census if that happens. Facts. Facts as well. Facts. But yo, kissing me in Orlando, I ain't gonna say I don't like visiting that place because I typically kind of like going out there because it's kind of a melting pot now. But yo, a lot of the main parts outside of the tourist area, like Disney World and all that stuff, man, it could be a little red around the neck, bro. Do you see the people on the interview? Them people a little red around the neck, and the black people, they're a little they off the plantation too. Like the residents in their place, man, it's a trip. Luke RP Perry says, I always ask for extra mustard. Hey, you better watch out, bro. You better watch out. Don't call me my N-word.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Now, a man supporting man said, don't run now. Stand on business, shaking my damn head. Right. Now you're going to try to run away. You're a goofy ass ninja. Like, the least you could have done was stand there and then just claim, I guess you kind of can't claim self-defense, but like, why would you shoot somebody and then run? I mean, why would you shoot someone at your job and then run? Like, why would you shoot someone at your job? Period.
He ain't lying.
Shit. Luke R.P. Perry says, remember Eddie Griffin in Undercover Brother? I need to watch that again. Kanye Kid, the villain said, this is why I cook at home. I don't have time for stupidity. They're going to get sued to hell. You know what? We're going to see. It could happen. We're going to see. But like, all right. How would Checkers or Rally Burger be held responsible for that, though? That's my only question. It's like, they don't have a metal. They don't have to start. They will have to install metal detectors at Rally Burger and Chicken Burger from now on. Like, that means, so now you're holding the fast food restaurants responsible for having weapons on them. And it's so funny too, because I remember there was a clip I played on this show too that had a dude who worked at Wendy's, and he said he shot at the customer himself too. He said it on record. Yeah, these motherfuckers is crazy, man. Yeah, you gotta watch that fast food shit. JJD said, don't eat that pilot. He said, don't eat at the pilot in West Memphis Wendy's because they got monsters working in there. Oh shit, I ain't been in West Memphis. I ain't been in Memphis since 2020, 2021. And you know what's so funny? I actually kind of like Memphis, but when I realized all that fucking off-the-wall crime that they had, I'm straight. But Memphis was cool. Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. Memphis, I'm not gonna say that they had baddies in Memphis. No, but yo, you could definitely clean up on 6s and 7s in fucking West Memphis. Like, that was kind of all right. It wasn't that bad though, no lie. Like, they wasn't so bad. Now, Kanye Kid, the villain, said now it's going to be known that this is a racist town. Well, yo, if you ever been to Orlando, Kissimmee, bro, or especially Kissimmee, look, Kissimmee's a nice place, but them white people, they're a little redneckish, man. They're a little like a lot of those people, they're like family been there for like generations and stuff like that, and like they're not like the homogenized. Homogenized. They're not like homogenized white people like in like New York or California where like, they're like Italian and they're like Greek and some people were like English and then they mix and they kind of made like a different type of mix of white people. These white people are like straight off the plantation white people, just like the black people out there. If you look at the black people, they're very ethnic looking. So yeah, it could definitely be a racist town. And like I said, in the story, he was saying some racist shit to him. I'm not saying that that's a rational form. I'm not gonna sit here and rationalize people killing someone just because they call them an N-word per se. But maybe there's a little bit more to it. I don't know. But on the surface, it seems like he's guilty. And yes, it is a racist town. Now, JJD said it's not the weapon, it's the owner. Facts. I definitely carry protection in my line of work as a truck driver. Got to. West Memphis, Arkansas. Oh, West Memphis, Arkansas. You know what? I never been. You know what's so funny? I was supposed to cross the bridge to go to West Memphis, Arkansas, but I didn't. I meant to go to Arkansas, but you know why I didn't? Remember I didn't? I was low-key a little scared, bro. I was a little scared, bro. I was a little scared. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little low-key afraid. Plus, I was low-key kind of riding dirty. I had the bop with me. I had a couple of my special cigarettes with me, and I didn't know how they was gonna act in Arkansas, so I stayed my ass across the river, bro. I was like, I'm straight. Plus, when I looked in there to see what the fuck was there to do, they had like one strip club, and it didn't even look all that, and they had like one, like, it was not look good. It was not. I don't know. Is that where you at, West Memphis, Arkansas? If that's where you at, bro, I'll come through and check you out, bro. But yeah, I know Arkansas is open carry, but I don't know what they was gonna do about this wacky tobacco that I was carrying. You feel me? And I was driving a big red truck. I was driving a work truck too at the time. Like, I don't know. I just kind of felt like I was gonna be sticking out like a third thumb, so I didn't go. Kay Kid says, I got a homie from Memphis, Tennessee who is a truck driver, and trust me when I say that that's the place over there will run your pockets real quick. Oh, the disciples will run your pockets over there real quick. You talking about the lot lizards or like or the stick up kids? Kay Kid says, the village says, oh, Arkansas, wrong state, LOL. Yo, West Memphis, Arkansas is literally across the river, Kay Kid. It's across the river, bro. Like, I don't know where y'all at, but yeah, West Memphis is all across from West Memphis, Tennessee. It's literally across the bridge. Like I was gonna go. I could literally see the bridge to cross it, but I was a little too afraid, bro. I was a little too afraid. Now, JJ says, I live in Forest City, Arkansas. That's about 45 minutes from West Memphis. Okay, but look, here's the deal. If I ever go back to Memphis, which is a possibility, I'll come check you out, G. I was born in West Memphis. West Memphis, Tennessee, or West Memphis, Arkansas. Now, Kyle Kid, the villain says, in Tennessee, they're a legit gang. Not a lot of lizards. Not lot lizards. Shit, there's probably lot lizards, too. A lot of lizards might be put on by the gang. Right? That shit crazy. Man, yo, an hour and 50 minutes, West Memphis, Arkansas. Okay. An hour and 50 minutes live stream, y'all. Damn, I appreciate all the love and everybody tuning in. Let me show y'all some clips on the way out. Since it is Melanated Monday, shout out to Coach Greg Adams and the Free Agent Lifestyle. Let's put up some chocolate assistance for y'all. It's
She wanna put that pussy on me, put it on me.
Here go that sister. She lost a lot of weight. Okay. Hey, she lost a lot more weight, but she's looking good though. I like her hair. Only thing with her though is I'll be a little scared though. The only thing is, as good as she looks, and she has lost a lot. She actually lost a lot more weight than that, actually, and she looks good in it. One thing is that watch out if you get her pregnant, because all that fatness might come right the fuck back. Now, JJ Jesus says, I have to drive in Memphis, Tennessee a lot when I'm working jamming. I work jamming gears. Right, jamming them gears.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Guy Kid says the soundboard be taking me out. I appreciate it, G. Then he also says red dress is definitely my body type. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, no doubt. Hey, the only thing is, like I said, I think the only thing that's troublesome about her is just the fact that I know that she used to be fat. Remember, she used to have videos before. She used to be like overly thick, but she was still very attractive. The only thing I'd be afraid of is the fact that she'll get fat again and she gets pregnant. That's my only flip side to it, you know? All that dedication that she puts to looking good, she might let that go when she has a baby and she has, you know, unconditional love and, you know, she gets lazy and stuff like that. That's my only thing. JJ says beefy, LOL. Yeah, that's the only thing is like, don't wrong to get fun, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's why I ain't gonna lie. I try to, like, you know, when I be doing these fat girls, I try not to get them knocked up because, like, all they gonna do is get bigger. And I'm gonna just have to keep feeding you and feeding you and feeding you and feeding you and feeding you.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
Look, she lost some weight. Check this out.
Caribbean girl, me know for tea.
See, but she wasn't even that. Like, see, even she was on the big side. But like, even her, you even gotta watch out with her. Like, you know, that's the only flip side. Hey, she is fine. Hey, one could argue that she was fine fat, but she's fine. But just know, she could be just like that again. That's the only thing. Yeah, that's why it's so important sometimes when you look at a woman's, you know, mother and stuff like that. Because a woman's mother will just tell you her genetic trail about how she look. JJD said, "Feed me sumo, LOL." Right. So wrong. Look, here's the thing. I done had some big girls as my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? But just know that, you know, there's a good and bad side to it. And I'm gonna say this too: a fat bitch will still cheat on your ass. So sometimes you're always better off just getting what you really want. It says, Kid, it says, understandable. She ain't thick. She usually would get broken. I just know what would happen if my chick was skinny like me. LOL. Hey, no doubt. Hey, but here's the thing. Kid, I think you're a young man. But yo, to me, man, where I found out where it's at, man, is a slim chick, man. Yo, you get your slim chick, that slim, look, you get her slim, she gets thick on you. Look, here's the thing. That's why it's almost kind of so important when a woman goes and gets with a man in her youth. Because guess what? That man in her youth could appreciate a woman, you know what I'm saying? You know, could appreciate a woman body. Look, if I had a chick and she was thin and skinny, and then she ended up getting fat like this, or whatever, I wouldn't even be mad because at least she gave me some kids. You know, I got to see her in her youth. I had her in her prime. I wouldn't even be used. I wouldn't be mad. But the thing is that technically this is a mom bod. As good as she looked, that's a mom bod. That's not that's not a young tight bod. Like, that's simply a mom bod. You know how they have the dad bods, there's women bods too. Not saying that a woman body is not attractive, but you know, I just kind of feel like as a man personally, you know, I'm an older man, so maybe it's a little different for me, but I just kind of feel as a young man, you know, get your nice little skinny chick, and guess what? You dick her down good enough and give her enough food and look at her mama. Trust me, she'll get thick. You get best of both worlds. You can have a skinny girl and a big girl from the same woman, and you know, hopefully, you know, get a meaningful relationship in between it. You know, or at least have her at her prime. You know, the only thing is that like that's the only thing is just like some of these thick chicks, and I'm an older man, and some of these chicks I'll be looking at like, okay, I'll be dealing with them. But now I'll be seeing them high school chick pictures. I'm like, God damn. Like shit, why couldn't I find you? Why couldn't me and you bump into each other 20 years ago? Now Kaya Kid says, I get it. If she looks like that in 2022 pic after kids, she will stay cuffed. No, I agree. That's facts, you know? Like, see, the thing is that, you know, the dating market is skewed. You know, it's all rigged now, you know? So it's like as much as and the truth is, and it's kind of partially women's fault too, because the truth is, man, men would have, me, I personally would have got with a chick like her in 2015, 2016, and I would have never looked back. I'm not saying I probably would have necessarily been faithful, but I probably would have still gave her the priority of my time just as she is, how she stood up right now. But I think what makes it what fucked up the game is we end up finding out the fantasy about women wasn't real. We end up finding out women, you know, they can be very materialistic, and even when they have the materialistic part satisfied, they can still have the animalistic, you know, trait of wanting a different type of dude. And guess what? This might be unsettling to you guys, but women want dick. They want extra dicks too. The only reason why women wasn't getting extra dick back in our mama's days and our grandma's days and stuff like that, back in the good old days, was because they didn't have the miracles of modern day science. One, they didn't have all these cosmetics and these wigs. One, like if you looked at that show 227 during the early 80s, yo, them chicks was like 30. It was in their late 30s. Them bitches look like they was in their 50s. But them chicks from 227 was supposed to be mid 30s, mid-30s chicks. Those would be like midlife crisis, mid-30s, early 40s type of chicks. And them bitches look old as shit. If you look at chicks now compared to their age now and what they do now. But guess what? Because of miracles of modern day science, because of birth control, and because of the fact that women are able to get more money in their hands because of the fact that they broke up the family, women could look a lot better now. But there was a caveat to it. The flip side to it is that, yeah, y'all can have your fun up front, but guess what? Now you can't have a man who's going to appreciate you and your mom body. Because guess what? There's many husbands who would appreciate that mom body, eating that box, you know what I'm saying? Eating them groceries, all that type of shit. But guess what? Women wanted to, they wanted to be like men. So here we are. Now, JJD says if a woman has kids and don't keep herself up, then it's her fault for being unattractive. Facts. Now, at K Kid, he said, Villain says, I agreed. Facts. Man, y'all made this a good ass stream, man, y'all. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode, man. And this was a live Memorial Day weekend, but your boy, I'm going to tune into Coach Craig Adams. Your boy got a lot of work because I need to repair this car. I finally figured out what's wrong with it, or I finally believe I figured out what's wrong with it. And it's hot as hell. It's about 90 degrees in Miami, but I'm still about to go run to the AutoZone. Got to pick up some pieces that I got to fix. Then I got to get to doing this car and get my little race car running and stuff like that. So I got a lot of little work that I got to do, you know what I'm saying? And, I appreciate, y'all tuning in too, you feel me? And I'm probably going to come on later on tonight, hopefully. Ideally, it depends. I ain't gonna lie, it depends on how tired I am. But ideally, I'd like to come on tonight and maybe even do another one. Another show. I would like to, ideally. So we're gonna see if I can make that happen. But I wanted to kind of leave y'all with something. I just want to leave y'all with something that I was playing the other day. I think I played yesterday, and I wanted to play it again for y'all because y'all just been so good to me. Damn, where is it at? Where's it at? I know I gotta have it somewhere. Oh, here it is.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
JJD says it's raining down here in Forest City, Arkansas. I'm staying in until maybe later. Then he said I enjoy the show as usual. Man, no real talk. It rained in Miami yesterday. So I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that it's not raining now, and I'm gonna start working on this motherfucking car because, you know what I'm saying, I ain't like my brother Lion Raw Racy. He got a whole He got a whole damn garage and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, I'll probably get a warehouse where I can work on my car. That way, I don't have to work on my car in front of the damn crib and shit. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Now remember,
a win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
Gotta let somebody here. Enjoy y'all Memorial Day. Have some barbecue. There's barbecue in there.